the musics Same. Oh shit. What the fuck? Oh, yeah. It would be nice if we could. Okay, first of all, I think they can hear us on stream. Something. Or wait, no, sorry, they can hear Gordon on stream. I think I just heard your laugh on stream. So, oh. Never
Luke says
mind.
he can hear all of us. It's all good. Perfect.
Let's
Yo,
go.
where's
Okay.
the game? Do we not have champ select?
Okay, yeah. Can we get champ select? Okay.
What? How?
We're gonna
Ah,
remake it, probably, right? They can fake a proxy peek.
5 head. They don't even have spectate enabled for the lobby. Well, she.
Cool.
Whew. Who are they up against first? Who?
WH Omega Lu. Oh, we absented the multi RPGG of their team. Little bit.
Well, I've got no idea who the hell's picking what. I guess I could bet you Kazakhs got picked. Or banned.
I think kind stronger.
Okay. Yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
But Kazakhs is like Shield, that Shield one?
Yeah, I know.
Eclipse? Is it Eclipse? Yeah, Eclipse.
Yeah, it's Eclipse. Eclipse is actually. I don't know how it got allowed to be released like that. Then I think Ash is like first pick every time.
Isn't Katarina really good as well?
She is, but I think they want like they're not going to experiment mid lane, especially our team will not want to. I think, or Imperial. So I think we're going to just see Orianna mid, maybe TF or Sylas. Most likely Camille or on top. And then like, yeah, maybe Assassin jungle or like Grave jungle. Ashe, Jean is going to be the priority in bot lane. And like Pantheon, Leona support. That's what I would expect. I don't think there's enough time for them to practice the new champions, the new items. So we're probably going to see whatever was being picked in the previous patches. Sorry.
Are you gonna be streaming to Discord for me?
Yeah.
Easy peasy. Nice. Yo, what are you streaming? Oh, you're in lobby. Yeah.
Yeah.
I was wondering what
Okay.
Zyra was streaming.
Okay, well the client is messed up.
Yeah, I'm doing it off the Twitch stream.
Okay, let's go. Kha'Zix got banned.
Unlucky, man. I think they picked Evelyn, maybe. I don't think Evelyn's that good at the build patch. Do you think Samira got picked? Maybe. Champ's broken.
A little bit. Ezreal. Pharah is one of the strongest top laners right now. The haste, like the Ravenous Hydra with Goredrinker, is absolutely disgusting on this champion. I'm surprised we see Malphite. It was probably blind pick because the lobby got remain. I don't think you could ever pick Malphite into Fiora.
Fuck is this?
Syndra got picked because Orianna got banned. That's the champion that closest to, in terms of the role that it's supposed to fulfill. So I'm not surprised to see that picked. I don't know what the set is doing here. Honestly.
I mean, support, I imagine, right?
Yeah, but...
Or mid. No, they're picking in order, so this is set mid. As an answer to Syndra. I don't know what the order was.
You are right to fear my greatness.
Craft production. As always.
Why?
It's better if I...
It's fine for me, the Discord's one.
I think it's better if I do it because...
Yeah.
Because I get control over the...
Imperial... Yo, Could you quick OBS Imperial on the right and KCL on the left?
Yeah. So the team on the right, I think they're going to win a hard win early bot lane. Pantheon is looking to roam with Set and Kindred to try to impact the lanes. Most likely they want to break mid first and then spread out. And I expect Imperial to play mostly through bot side, while KCL will want to play through Set and Fiora. So we're probably going to see Kindred starting bot side and Hecarim starting top. I think generally KCL is very heavy AD focused. Maybe that's why we've seen the Malphite get picked, even
Yeah,
though
I think Malphite was probably last pick.
yeah.
I think they probably picked Jin Nautilus first rotation would be my guess.
Yes, that would make
Actually, no, because they banned Ezreal fourth. I think KCL did the bans in order that they did it. So maybe Jin afterwards. It's really annoying.
yeah,
that
it's
we
really
don't know.
hard to tell. But I think Imperial has a heavy draft advantage here, just based off the damage composition.
I think with the
overall-
items as well, the new ones, I think Jin is such a good.
Yeah, Jin and Ash are two of the strongest AD carries right now, at least according to the stats that came from the first few days of the new patch. The only good thing for KCL is that there's no items that are super armor focused. Like the mythics aren't giving only armor, or so that means Malphite cannot itemize as efficiently as he could beforehand. Like before, you'd go Tabbies, Bramble, Sunfire Cape on Malphite, and he'd be absolutely unkillable. Now, some of the gold that you would have spent before is going to be wasted on Magic Resist. So he's not going to be as tanky. And Fiora should have an easier time breaking him. But we'll see how the new Grievous Wounds work and how the new items interact in that matchup. It's going to be interesting to see. I'm also interested if Malphite is going to opt in to the Sunfire Cape or the Iceborne Gauntlet, because both should be viable here.
Yeah, I mean, I think so. I've been testing Kai'Sa in damage in practice too, like the build and the Spellwalker. What the fuck's it called? The AP one. Do you know? Do you know the one?
Riftmaker?
Yeah, that one. The Earthmaker. That one feels really good on her because of the Omnivamp. So it basically means you heal from your passive proccing. So it's
I
like
see.
15% of like 400 to 1,000 damage, depending on how low they are and shit. And it's like 15% is quite a bit on that. The issue is like, what do you build before it? Like, you usually go mythic items first, right? But
Yeah.
going that doesn't give you enough AP to finish your W evolve, and you have no AD, so you're kind of useless in lane.
Maybe you opt into the Magi's just to get the cheapest possible AP legendary.
Yeah, but I still think
And then go AD with the
you're
rest
like
of your build.
yeah, probably. But I was thinking you could potentially trade off by going um Storm Razors or something like that first, or even Gwynsu's. I don't think Gwynsu's is that bad on her because she never builds crit anyways. So it's like
All
an
AD
extra,
items are good now, right?
it's like a nice extra added bonus, but there's no AP on it. But it gives you AD for the early game and attack speed, right? What was the link for it? lolshop.gg. Let me pull that up. It's gonna be important this game. Yeah, because wait, Gwyn's doesn't give you AD anymore, does it? That's the bad part. Yeah, it's kind of.
Yeah, it gives you
I don't
on
know.
hit damage based off your crit. So
I'm imagining she's probably gonna go Kraken Slayer event because it's a fairly good one, or even Immortal Shield Bow.
I'm expecting Kraken to come out purely because of the Hail of Blaze coming out. It synergizes really well with the item. But the
Right, so
Kai'Sa build is definitely going to be an interesting point here.
we see the invade topside. I think Incident was just chilling on his phone, texting his eagles, I think, and he just died to that. Kind of unlucky.
Well, this might be a problem later on. Thankfully, it wasn't the Fiora that got the kill. That would have been the most disastrous for Imperial here.
Yeah.
The set shouldn't be having a lot of pressure onto Syndra early on anyway, just because of the range disadvantage. So hopefully this kill is not going to transition into any
Wait,
actual.
could you maximize your league Clash or something? I can't see it. I'm looking at
My
the stream.
E? Sorry.
Yeah.
What's my E?
No, your stream. Oh shit, it paused. Your stream's like on Discord. It's like stream paused.
Oh. All right. Let's do it again. Okay.
Cool. Wait, there's like barely any delay between this and Twitch.
Oh, that's not good. So we saw a pause coming.
Yeah, it's the cursor bug. That one's really annoying.
There's actually quite a few bugs in this patch, just with the settings. For example, if you're playing with your minimap on left-hand side, by default, it's going to appear on the right-hand side, and then you have to reset it every game.
I mean, it also feels like you're playing with packet loss, no?
So what happened was that audio issues have been separated, or not audio issues. The audio channels have been separated, and one is delayed over the other, which might be the cause of some delays you're experiencing in the game. And the Fiora matchup, it's really rough for Malphite right now.
Yeah, but Malphite's kind of fine though, because it's going to push under his turret, and Hecarim's going to be topside in a few camps. Probably clears Raptors red and then looks to gank top, because Scuttle will be up by that time. So there'll be no pressure for the Scuttle Crab. That's the only issue.
As long as he can maintain
Yeah,
the weight.
Kindred's going to need to win the flip on which Scuttle Crabs spawns with the mark. Otherwise, it's kind of doomed. Malphite looking like taking a bit of trade, stood still for some weird reason.
Maybe this is the lag you were talking about earlier on.
Yeah, looking at top, Hecarim is coming in for the gank. It's warded, so... But Fiora thinks she can outplay this. This is some weird... I don't know what Fiora was smoking there. Hecarim did run over a ward. She had all the time in the world to back off, but she thought she could bait it and kill Incident.
I was very surprised. Maybe she was hoping that Hecarim wouldn't come soon enough, so that she could wait for her doubly cooldown and then parry the Hecarim charge, the devastating charge, and then win the 1v2. But with the things went out, it's the early advantage from the invade is being nullified just by the gang. And it's very crucial for KCL to snowball through topside. So being able to find the kill there on the Fiora was really good.
And now it's a repeat gank. She parries the charge nicely, but I didn't see which side the mark spawned. Did you?
I didn't see it either. Custard as always.
Oh, it spawned bot side now, so bot should be roaming up, but Kindred is still there. There's a nice engage coming in from the Pantheon. Burns the heal off of the Jhin.
So we see some advantage for KCL in bot side right now. The game is looking right now. Imperial should have the advantage. But we're seeing an invade happening.
Yeah, Kindred wants his mark, but He is down 2 entire levels to Truman. I think Truman soaked that XP topside. Jungle lag. Could you try fast forwarding your league stream? I think we're slightly behind. Just press
I-
plus 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 and like press play and then plus plus plus.
Well, the game is
Yeah,
paused right
yeah,
now,
it's fine.
so
That means you're up to date. Wait, it's so weird. We're like behind the Twitch stream by a second. Yeah, you got 0 delay, right? Yeah.
might be something to do with server routing as well.
Oh, we're back. Easy peasy.
I cannot fast forward this game.
Yeah, it's fine.
Now, like,
All right, back to the stream. I think Heckroom should back soon, right? He's sitting on what, 2k gold?
yeah, so the gold
Yeah,
is like
1.5.
1.6k. Looking across the board, we see the kill advantage in mid, but didn't grow up. And bottom, we're seeing slight gold advantage for the Kai'Sa.
Yeah, and important to note that Syndra has reset and still has TP up. So got to spend that gold that she has in her pocket, and Set only got boots from the first kill. So right now there's a pretty big item advantage for the Syndra, and we can see it well with the poke. Top lane, meanwhile, Fiora going in for the trade again. She is level 6, so she does have that ultimate to potentially help with the tower dive if they're interested in it. But I don't think Kindred's going to go off top.
Most notably, Malphite has the... Oh, we see a solo kill in mid lane.
That was a clean flash forward. Yeah, this is what we were talking about, right? Set hadn't reset yet, and Syndra had, and she still has TP advantage, so she got to spend that gold, and Set is basically just sitting as if he was still level 1 on items. Because boots don't bring any stats, right? Or combat stats that are helpful. So just gets blown up and punished for a greedy... Could have maybe called the jungler in to push it in.
Definitely could have happened. On top side, we see Bramblevest coming already for the Malphite. So he shouldn't be getting Forest back under the turret as hard as he was in the first 3 levels. And we also see a dragon coming for Imperial, and the gank is unfolding bottom.
I think it's easier if you stream it now. We're behind by like what? You could just low bit rate it, honestly. Let's try his. I don't know why, it's so weird. Yeah, this is like a 4-second delay. Oh, but I think the stream died on the main one. It paused. Well, shit.
Oh my god.
Rest in peace. Alright, so don't worry, we know what's happening, boys. So they're clearing camps. Bot lane is farming. Dragon dead. There's a Smark topside. Yada yada. Did we crash your game?
Oh my.
Okay, there's a gank mid. Horsey goes brrr, and then Sid goes pow pow boom, and turret goes psh, and there's a bit of kill mid lane. We managed to kill the Hecarim. Set with the fadeaway, flashed forward, and managed to get the kill. And that's about it so far.
Truman is definitely going to want to bot review this one as top lane.
Yeah, Malphite's just shilling. Mate, you're gonna see like 4 pixels on the screen.
Yes, that's true.
Wait, do you not have a source set up correctly now? Oh, Pantheon, pew! jumps down mid lane, puts his shield up, pew pew pew, walks away. Top lane, whack, 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 procs grasp. There's a few CS, you guys can hear it. Ping's coming down on the red buff for Truman because he's scared of an invade.
We're also looking at a mark for Kindred. And
Yeah,
that's
Kindred looks for the mark, but Hecarim is there, and the entire cavalry is here as well. Forces down the Kindred ult and the flash. Set is trying to fight. Fiora is low, but running down as well. Set is gets the honey plant, gets to feast, and I think Kindred is going to be able to get his mark. Yeah, something like that happened. Oh, it's back on stream. Nice. Oh, he's gone again. Well, and my stream on the Discord is kind of Oh wait, I could just spectate the game myself. Easy peasy. They opened up a spectator. They opened up a spectator, so I can just go for it. All right, let's have a look. I am so far behind. Okay, I'm like 3 seconds ahead. I think that's fine. I think that'll be good. Okay, not scuffed for sure. 9. Yeah, it's fine. Very good. I'm like a second ahead, but it's close enough, right? So, let's have a look. Oh, I think that guy died. Who am I left with? Sarah, okay. Looking at item. I think his Discord died. Alright, so looking at items, we see Kai'Sa has opted for the Eclipse item, which I think is also quite good. You get Lethality and Omnivamp, which are 2 pretty good stats on Kai'Sa. I think Lethality's, pretty underrated on her. Early, kind of falls off late. The only issue is that the Mythic passive is that it grants like 4% armor penetration. So it will be kind of good against Malphite, but kind of a wasted stat against everyone else. Mid lane, a hook comes in onto the set, and I just think it's curtains out. But no, managed to get the dunk down. Syndra has to flash away, but then the Pantheon follows suit, and yeah, I think that was a very clean turnaround by KCL for this mid gank. Started off as Imperial, taking the initiative, sending up the entire cavalry, using all their ultimates as well, but Set managed to fend off for quite a while, using his ult, getting the shield from his W, and waited long enough for his team to walk up. And it looks like there's going to be a Drake. Truman has something to say about it, though. Charges in, and it looks like he's just going to stand in the pit and just wait. Is he going to win the Smite fight? Smite fight is won by KCL, but the ult comes down on the Kindred, and I just think he's just waiting a tiny bit. Truman didn't have Smite for that fight, sadly. So they were relying on Jhin trying to get the damage. Jhin should probably have had held his 4th shot for that, trying to get the execute down. But early levels, Jin's 4th shot only does feels like 20% bonus. I don't think it's enough to outsmite just yet, sadly. So let's look at the mythics that have been bought across the board. So Trinity Force has been bought on Hecarim. Pretty standard item. The new jungle does sort of favor Hecarim because you no longer have to build a jungle item. So you can skip on upgrading to the challenging or red smite, challenging or chilling smites, and now you can just buy straight away the Triforce. Ludens has been bought by Syndra. I think it's a fairly good item for Syndra.
Gordon, can you repeat that? Ha.
You don't have to stream on
Okay.
Discord, by the way. I've got it up.
Okay,
my
okay,
account.
okay, okay.
Yeah. And so both
20
ADCs have gone for Eclipse. So I've not really had a thought about it on Jhin. I don't know how he can use the Omnivamp. But the move speed is probably really nice on Jhin, although you're doing 2 autos limited at Jin's attack speed, so it's kind of slow to proc compared to Kai'Sa, who's got Hail of Blades, because you can proc it in a matter of seconds. Top lane
that is,
Fiora TPs and just takes a chunk of damage. Kindred runs up, gets spotted by the wards. Kindred is currently sitting on 3 marks, so she needs 1 more to be able to get that huge increase of range to like 75. But sadly, every time a mark is spawned, Imperial have been really quick to, walk up and contest it. Looks like Kindred might regank top lane. Meanwhile, bot lane, all 4 people are converging. Looks like we're gonna have fights 2 places across the map. Malphite ults away top lane, forces the flash by the Kindred, and Malphite is forced to flash away. Meanwhile, bot lane, they all walked back to their tier 1 turret. To chill, Haki, what do you have to say about this?
this was a very interesting play here. I haven't been able to see the action happening, but as my camera was focused up top lane, there wasn't much to do here as the Malphite ulted immediately. But back to the point about the Eclipse on Jhin, I think Jhin can effectively use it as he might be looking for trades that go like auto Q, for example, or Q, hope for bounce, the bouncing grenade into a W route. That should also proc the Eclipse. So he definitely has options to quickly proc the item. And the cooldown on it is also 12 seconds. So he should be able to effectively play around that cooldown. As we're seeing rotations up top lane, the likely play here is that Imperial will want to try to break top, so that the Fiora doesn't get to have a free reign over the Malphite. Although she is quite behind right now. And as I said, that she just finished her Ravenous Hydra, which is not a mythic item. So that's an interesting item choice, and I wouldn't say it's correct here. I would rather see a Gold Drinker come out first into Van Ravenous Hydra.
It's kind of interesting to see that Kindred also opted for Kraken Slayer. I would think Shield Bow might be a bit better on her. I don't know, it feels like Shield Bow would probably synergize a bit better with her ult, because you usually use your ult when you're low, so you effectively have 2 versions of your ult. One as the Shield Bow, one as the your ult. But as we say that, looks like Pantheon is going to get caught out, gets rooted into place. Jhin ult is coming out. Hecarim does ult the backside, but there's a clutch Kindred ult that does pop down onto the ground. And Truman falls to the Kai'Sa, who was left relatively untouched at fight, but now Seth is going to have to fend off 3 members by himself. Huge killer instinct coming in from the Kai'Sa to the backline, but I don't think she'll really be able to run away. Burned both summoners in that exchange, but does manage to get off 2 picks for herself, and Fiora had to waddle down from top lane after pushing in that wave to turret. And I think that KCR just going to give up the dragon. There's not really much they can do to contest. As I say that, there's a Syndra might die to the Fiora. That was a very clean play by the Fiora. Managed to parry the final part of the attacks, and she keeps on going. There's no mana on the Nautilus, but the auto route reset on her on the passive, so it's back up. And Pantheon, this fight never stops really. Pantheon just ulted back in just in time for Hecarim to run down, and yeah, now this dragon won't be so free. So that was a very clutch play by the Fiora onto the Syndra to make sure that they couldn't get this dragon for free.
And that was a very long play here. The initial trade was 3 kills for Imperial versus 2 kills for KCL. And it looked like Imperial was going to secure the Drake.
But as you say that, Truman and Syndra just TP, Incident and Depression just TP bot lane. and you know, get the pick off to the Pantheon, who, despite being a very oppressive support, doesn't have anything once you burn your flash to run away, really. And then Kindred just tried to greed for the Raptors, and Imperial just said, "No, we're gonna take you instead."
Yeah, the Kindred ult was down from the previous fight, so Malphite had the easy engage onto the Kindred. The Fiora play was really good. She almost killed the Nautilus as well. She unfortunately missed the Vital. But then after getting the Drake, they overextended a little bit. After Pantheon on his only defensive tool is his Aegis. Once he uses that, he's very vulnerable to any sort of damage and CC. And at the end, it's a trade for Infernal and an inhibitor turret. A mark appeared in the topside crags, so we might see the Kindred pathing down there or up there. And the next objective that Imperial is going to look at right now is going to be the Baron. We see the Syndra taking control of bottom side river with Hecarim. She doesn't have access to teleport, neither does the Malphite. So I'm interesting to see what the rotation will be and who is going to match the Fiora. As she should be able to dominate the side lane by quite a large margin.
Yeah, but looking at Malphite's build, he's opted for the 4 ms, so she's not gonna have as much healing as she would really like now. Which is kind of good. There's a hook that connects onto the step, but nothing's really gonna follow up from that. The Imperial weren't in the position really to contest. Looks like Jin is gonna back for an IE. Oh no, he went for the collector. Also a really good item on Jin. Lethality on Jin is like fairly staple, as it was, a few seasons back. It never really fell out of the meta. It's just the other items are slightly better on Jin. But now that it's all changed, I think Collectors is quite good. It's synergizes quite well with his execute on his fourth shot, giving the extra 5% needed if you want to get the kill down. And crit strike and AD don't go to waste on him, so it's makes sense.
Yeah, it definitely makes sense, and it's interesting to see how the AD itemization is going to unfold and is going to affect this match. Right now, Imperial has a huge gold lead, but a lot of this gold is sitting on the Malphite. And it's actually half of the kills are on the Malphite right now.
Yeah, Malphite's one fed rock.
He's absolutely massive here. And he probably also is going to one-shot the Kaisa whenever he sees her. I have no clue how the lethal ranges change with the new Sunfire Cape, because it got a buff to the immolate damage. So maybe we'll see that soon in action, as Fiora is backing off from the Malphite. She doesn't want to.
I mean, I don't think Malphite really takes any damage from this. I think Malphite actually does win this trade. And so Imperial are just going to push advantage. They might look to rotate to Baron once they've pushed in this mid wave, get vision control topside. But Drake is also spawning. And as you see, Imperial have records topside. Flash away from the Nautilus, respecting the possible engage from the Pantheon. But it looks like they might be slightly late for the Drake. That's going to be coming up.
The trade for Flash here is absolutely fine. Well, not that trade, but making sure that Nautilus doesn't get picked here is very important, so that they get the rotation onto the Drake and get the control of it.
And I think Fiora
is
just stuck in a hard place here. Between a rock and a hard place, as they say. Not much she can really do.
Between a rock and a horseshoe, right? So now we're going to see Imperial take control of the Infernal Drake, trade it for the mid turret most likely. Otherwise, I say that they are rotating mid to try to protect it. and they are looking for an engage. So it's going to be slightly late Inferno. Struman is pathing towards that objective, while the rest of the team is looking for a fight in topside, probably
Yeah,
making
they're
sure
just
that
trying to
they.
control top side vision to make sure that Imperial don't drown them out too much, so they can tell if Baron's gonna be started. But looking at the wards that they've only got one in the sort of pixel brush, behind the wolf camp, and that's it. They've got no vision in river, no vision up or outside the Baron pit, so they're gonna have to take a wild guess once Imperial start going missing, if if there's a Baron or not being taken.
The Baron is definitely the focus right now. If I saw correctly, the Kindred mark is on Jin right now. Um, so that's going to be the main target in the upcoming team fight. As the Fiora is
We hear
being
the pings coming down.
and
Looks like Imperial decided to call it off because they knew something good wasn't going to happen. In the meantime, Kindred has only gotten +1 mark. She's up at 4 now. There's a fight coming through. TP coming in from the Malphite. Looks like Imperial wants to commit. The Jinel does come out, manages to tag the Fiora once, and then Set gets hit by the Onslaughts of Shadows. And now it's just the Nautilus ult comes through
the
clutch,
Malphite.
ult coming out from the Kindred. And now they're all waiting inside, but the Blast Cone only takes 2 people with them, and yeah, that was just
Well, that was a
an unlucky
massacre.
fight. Yeah, once the
Um,
Kindred ult comes down, there's nothing you could really do. You're just begging that once the once the ult comes down, that you can maybe live. I think Malphite is just gonna tank turrets until the wave comes. This guy
yes.
really isn't gonna be taking damage.
Well, he might want to switch aggro for a bit, but we're probably seeing the end of the game here. Um, as the Pantheon is trying his damnedest to defend this turret, but he doesn't have the tools necessary, and Imperial is going to take the game.
Yeah, that was overall okay, who? It was a pretty close game, honest. Close game until Malphite actually got ahead, and their
And
Fiora win condition, who surprisingly didn't build a mythic, was kind of useless. She was good at the start, managed to like 1v1 and do that play on the Syndra mid lane, but then Malphite got like what 6 kills and bought 4 males, and there's really nothing that Fiora can do at that point. She's doing
she,
no damage because he's at like what 500 armor, 600 armor. I didn't check, and she's got Ravenous Hunter and a
she,
Triforce.
she also didn't opt for the Gold Drinker, which would probably have been the better choice here, as the ability haste is really good on the champion right now. Also, in that last team fight, Malphite found a huge ult on 2 members of the backline, which
Yeah,
nullified all the damage that they could have received during the Kindred ult, and that was enough to end the game.
yeah. Imperial really did cycle well their ultimate usage and their CC. They made sure not to chain it that hard. They waited for the Kindred once they heck remoted. They waited a bit to bait out more abilities, and then once um that was through, they Malphite ulted, and then after that they Nautilus ulted. So there was constant application of chain CC. Um, so yeah, it's just a clean fight overall on the last fight.
Yeah. Just a lot of, I think, looking into the next game, we're probably going to see more mid focus rather than top focus from KCL. I can't imagine that with the Fiora performance from this game, they'll want to repeat this. And they will definitely want to look into getting a better damage composition into their team, rather than having to rely on the Fiora getting absolutely ahead in the lane. Since that's not a very reliable strategy, as have seen in this game.
Yeah, so are we gonna take a short break now? I'm guessing in 15 minutes. When's the next game? 8 p.m. Yeah, the break, and then once we get back, I don't know who's casting. We're gonna flip a coin or something, and it's gonna be Imperial versus Roehampton. And the sad news is that they won one, so there's gonna be a third game, guys. So smile.
Let's get their revenge, guys. Let's go. Yeah, I mean, I
Uh,
heard
Okay, welcome back, guys. We're all here. Hello, hello, hello.
Hello,
1, 2.
hello.
Right, we're in Chub Select. We're playing versus Roehampton or something like that, I think. Their club tag's like a row, so it's probably Roehampton.
I can confirm that we are against Roehampton.
So Tank Rengar has been banned. Let's see what else. Okay, Nunu's gone 2 junglers off the table. I think it's just going to be jungler galore. I think Kha'Zix
Yeah, I
is up
think
next and Evelyn. Okay.
target banning is not a bad shout here, especially since Truman doesn't have an enormously wide champion pool.
Oh, that's Karma's Nidalee gone. I don't think they're really going to be sad about that. Kha'Zix gone, so Evelyn is open for Roehampton if they want to, but I've not seen it with the new items.
Yeah,
So we'll know.
Evelyn's open. Evelyn's quite strong still. Graves is still open.
Yeah,
Has a
they're probably
special-
going to first pick Graves. I think they're first picking Graves or Hecarim. One of the two. Probably Graves. Truman prefers playing Graves, I think.
He's had quite a lot of experience with Graves in Neil games.
Or
the last
Ash.
game.
Ash is
I
also
mean,
slightly...
Ash is a great first pick right now with the Guincy's interaction. It's
Slightly balanced.
nice for Imperial to take that off the table.
And now, don't think Ezreal's very good, is he? Omnivamp's kind of good, but it's like doesn't get mana from Sheen anymore, and like Murmana's kind of shit now.
Well, I feel like at this point, no one really knows what's going on. I mean, a few picks have risen to the top, like Ash, but
Jin got
kind of up in
picked.
the air.
I agree. Jin is a good champ, and we see the Evelyn picked up. So it kind of limits what Truman can pick. He should probably also opt for an AP jungler. Graves is not that good into Evelyn because you're stacking armor on your E and not MR, so you just get shredded. And Evelyn's got the MR shred built in as well.
Yeah, I think Hackham's a good pick because he can just about match Evelyn's clear speed and react to some ganks pretty quickly with his Z.
Yeah, and you've got
Good pick in
team
general.
fight potential for
Indeed,
that as well.
worked for them last game as well. So what are we looking at next? I think all supports are still on the table.
I think this is gonna be a proxy. Don't smile. So no idea who this is. Zoe's an interesting pick because apparently the what's one of the mage? Let me look it up. One of the mage items procs on her sleep when they're like far away.
Oh, the Horizon Focus, I think is the one you're talking about.
Yeah, it procs when you do your sleep from far away, and then you could like queue in, and it like they kind of just die fast.
So for those who don't know, Horizon Focus gives you 100 AP, and damaging someone with a long range ability reveals them and increases damage taken that you deal to them by 10% for the next 6 seconds, which has good synergy with Zoe's sleep and her Q.
Yeah. So we see Syndra banned off. I would be surprised if Roehampton ban out Oriana as well. I think our mid's gonna pick what Rise is left on the table, pretty much. We'll have to see what happens.
Do we have any news on what the Tryndamere is a proxy for?
Ask. I'm asking. It's Swain banned out. Swain, I've seen it on streams. I've not played it myself, but Swain does look quite strong with the new the fuck's it called? The thing that does damage over time on the HP.
Leandries.
Leandries, the new Leandries, that's the one. So I just got insider news info that Tryndamere is Nautilus.
Nautilus, that's very expected. We know Karma loves his Nautilus.
And now they
He
pick
loves his
Fresh.
hook.
So they're going to leave the counter pick to top. Interesting.
That's fair enough. It's a nice reward for Instance performance last game.
I mean, red team. Blue team, they pick Maokai. Is Maokai a flex or is he actually playing Maokai? Malphite was up, I'm surprised. I knew Oriana comes through, it's like, the Russians comfort pick.
Yeah. It's had lots
So
of
it makes sense
experience
to
with
pick
it in Newell.
Yeah, and they are actually playing the tree, so it's kind of interesting to see. I don't know what Jojo wants to play. Is he gonna look for the Mordekaiser? Is he gonna look for Malphite maybe? They kind of need a tank. Oriana is Fizz apparently as well. Actually, they're playing Fizz mid, and they pick Set top. Not bad. Tons of proxies. Really can't wait to remake this lobby. I'm just smiling.
So, I believe last time Imperial played Roehampton, it was quite a back and forth game. There was a lot of fighting going on, about 20 minutes of consecutive fighting. But overall, in the end, Roehampton won that. It was indeed very close. But yeah, we're expecting a good game here. I think got really high quality players. What are we expecting some good matchups to be, Louis?
I really don't know, man. I think bot lane's gonna be a snooze fest because you're just playing Ashe to Jhin. So what it was before was you just you guys both either mindlessly shoved the wave with your W's and your Qs on both champs. You do have Fresh to like get gank set up and same for Nautilus, but I think both
Yeah,
teams
same
are
for
probably gonna hold the wave in the middle and just chill.
I mean, it's a different story when level 6 comes around, right? It's a lot of kill potential there for both sides, really.
Yeah, I think top lane, I'm not too familiar on the matchup, I'll be honest.
You're scared.
I think the Evelyn in the jungle will be a matchup to watch.
Yeah.
Or a pick to watch because yeah, I mean Evelyn. I'd say Evelyn's one of the junglers that Imperial falters and like has trouble playing against. There's just sometimes junglers like Evelyn just get these free picks, and there's not much counterplay from Imperial.
Hello.
Looks like we're having some issues. Champ select.
I want to kill myself, man.
What is going on? Right. I think Carm was having some technical issues there, but we are indeed back.
I don't know, man. This shit is actually making me drop frame rates IRL, man.
You're scared.
I really don't know what the hell's... It's like these guys have not done this at all.
I mean, it's
I mean,
not like
to be
they have
fair,
practice. They practice
to
3
be
times
fair.
every week, right?
In Yule, there's usually, like, this is unprecedented before, because they just finished their game and like 5 minutes later, they were into the next one. They're used to Yule, where they have to
That's
wait
true.
2 hours before the next game, because they
That's
need
true,
to
that's true.
somehow wait for all the other shit to fix, man. Jesus
That's
Christ.
true. Like for the website to come up as well. So this is unprecedented territory for these guys. So do you cut them some slack?
Yeah, for real, bro. Can we... apparently Fizz is giga broken.
I don't really have much experience with Fizz with the new items. Why are we saying he's broken?
I don't know, I looked up his win rate on OPGG. I know the patch has only been out for like a day, right? But the pick rate is 6% and he's sitting at 60% win rate.
Wow.
I think there's some dark tech that you can do. Let's have a look. What do you think he's gonna go as the AP item?
I'll be honest with you, I have no idea.
Hey, probably Rift Maker, right?
Really?
I'm looking.
Do you think? I feel like Fizz kind of go in, one shot someone, and then try to get out type of champion. You don't really want to.
Yeah, so if
Stay in
he's
the
one
second
shots,
set for very long.
probably Night Harvester, right? Because it does like the bonus damage, it gives you the move speed.
Night
But for
Harvest
Rift,
is usually good against AoE damagers who look to be damaging multiple people in a team fight. I
but
think
Rift
Fizz could
Maker
look for that.
gives you Omnivamp, right? And Omnivamp works on his DOT. Isn't that correct? Or maybe
I mean,
Hex Tech, but Hex Tech
maybe.
right about sucks, right?
I'll be
think
honest
Hex
with
Tech
you.
would suck.
I don't really know how what builds Fizz goes right now. I mean, you could just go with standard Rocket Belt. Rocket Belt does tons more damage now and offers him that much more mobility.
You
than
could probably
Flashlight
go
Command.
anything, really.
I mean, yeah, we'll see.
Huh. Because I know Ash is going to go Shield Bow. So Ash is going to go Shield Bow. Hecarim's going to go Triforce. Maokai probably going to go Sunfire or whatever it's called now. Yeah, Sunfire Aegis, I think.
hmm
Not Turbo Chem Tank, right? That one looks kind of shit. It's like a singed item. Yeah. Probably only Aegis. Nautilus is probably gonna go Locket. Would make sense. Okay, let's think. Set is probably gonna go for that dash item, Stride Breaker.
I'm not too sold on Stride Breaker, to be honest. I tried it yesterday. The dash is so small. Barely does much. But like for someone like Set who stores up grit, while being able to dash and initiates good. I think if he's going to go down that route, I think Gore Drink is a better shout because he stores up grit with his W anyway, which means that he's usually low, and since the shield doesn't count towards health, he'll be able to get
Okay.
a nice
How
heal.
about Prowler's Claw?
Prowler's Claw. What is that?
Yeah, you dash through the target, dealing damage, and then for the next 3 seconds, you deal 15 increased damage. Imagine, but it's lethality, it's kind of shit. But imagine that on him. You dash through and you grab them with your ults, dunk them into your team, and you're doing 15% increased damage. That sounds kind of cool. No idea.
It sounds pretty cool. I'm not sure how viable that is.
The fuck does Evelyn go? Maybe Permafrost, Everfrost, or Hextech?
Everfrost, I think, is really bad. On Evelyn, it means you have to stay in place, and it doesn't do that much damage. You're really looking to one shot someone with that Titan.
Hey, why is Everfrost bad? It deals damage in a cone and roots them and slows them. Isn't it better to land a...
Like, you really want to be
Sorry.
one shotting someone as Evelyn. Like, very quick combo. You kind of go in and then dash out with ult. Everfrost keeps you in place and gives the enemy a lot more warning. It's quite easily dodgeable with flash or...
Wait, does it actually root you when you use it?
you have to stay in place when you're casting it for a short duration, I believe.
Ah.
I mean, you can't move while you're casting it, so...
That's... I think all
I
these
think that's
items
much
are
better.
shit
Item
are
for me
Evelyn.
to go. You could just go with something like, I don't know, Ludens.
I think Zoe goes Ludens, right? Probably. I think Ludens is probably the go-to on her. Jin is gonna go... Eclipse, right? And even Duskblade sounds pretty good on him. Sounds kind of whack. How cool would Duskblade on him be? And Fresh, I was probably gonna go Locket, right? The fuck are all these new... They all look the same, no?
I don't even know. I actually don't even know anymore. But we're heading into game. We'll see
Yeah,
what these guys
now
pick. I
we're
mean, these guys know better than we do. when it comes
just
to items.
waiting.
So
We're just waiting. Okay, we're in game. They loaded fast the game. Definitely not because it's spectators. Now we're just... Hello, game. Please. Can I please get the game? Nice. Okay, so they're probably gonna look for a standard 5 points, right? I don't think they're looking to
I think
do something
Roehampton
any
will look
kind
to
of...
do that. I think with the Nautilus hook, I think they have quite a bit. Imperial have a bit of potential to level something out of one. I think it's something that they should go for. But yeah, I think Roehampton's best shout is to go for a 5 point and defend against this. I mean, they have the thresh hook as well, but yeah, it's overall comparable. I think both teams just can play it safe.
I mean, whatever, man. Everything is garbage and boring and overloaded. Let's be honest, right? Because it's
I
like
think-
preseason, you can't even try hard in lobby. So just fucking GG and just go to bed disappointed every day, right? Until season starts.
I mean, speak for yourself.
It's
I think
true.
what's quite interesting is that Truman's gone for the Ignite Smite rather than Ghost or Flash on Hecarim. What do you think about that? I mean, Roehampton don't have any big healing champions, but I guess just the cold pressure afforded to Truman from the Ignites makes it potentially worth taking. Do you know if he's gone with Nimbus Cloak?
I don't fucking know. Maybe. Let's go check OPGG.
I'll leave that with you.
Ugh. Let's have a look. Live game data from bots cannot be retrieved. Well, shit. These are
Alright.
game.
I can actually
Well,
see the fact that it's a custom game.
I mean, usually works. Okay, there's some whacking top lanes. Conquer procs, good shit. Maybe Professor's gonna give me something. Maybe. I don't.
Yeah, it looks like both junglers are going to be starting on the bot side. So they'll probably meet for the crab. First crab in the top lane. I think Set should be stronger in the 2v2. Although Evelyn's much weaker than Hecarim early on, especially if Hecarim saves his spells to use on Evelyn. Yeah.
Yeah, some shit like that. Yeah, something's happening. They're just punching. Top's getting kind of fisted, not gonna lie. I don't think Maokai, there's much Maokai could do, honestly, for that.
Yeah, it's gonna be a tough matchup for him.
Yeah.
For Incident.
I would agree. By the way, I don't think Maokai is a very good pick. Do you?
Why do you think that?
I think Maokai's kind of shit, no? You could have picked, like, Malphite. Okay, but Hook comes from bot lane, there's an Ignite, there's a Fresh, and he's gonna die. Arrow Flash, nice one. Easy peasy. Clean up.
It's a great hook.
Yeah, that was fantastic.
Yeah, I think that's quite a bit of kill potential, especially for Imperial here. Just like Nautilus.
Yeah, especially because Jin went cleanse, right, instead of heal. So, you know, he's got the advantage with that. Evelyn is top. There's still the flash on the, yeah, whatever. Let's pretend we didn't see that.
I mean, yeah.
At least now they know when Evelyn has her flash up because Incident timed it with his own. So when Incident has his flash up, that's when you know that Evelyn flashes up.
Yeah, I don't think Incident's having a very good time right now.
Yeah, neither. I think it's kind of hard, but he could probably freeze it on his side now. If he wants to. Let's look at the wave states. Now he can't. Unlucky. It's got a slow push in. Oh, shit. Evelyn's showed bot now, so she's probably going to be looking to gank topside again. You know, clearing out her bottom quadrant so she can go topside and not get counter jungled.
Yeah, it's a fair move. I mean, Maokai's pushed up right now.
Yeah,
so just gonna head
push
back.
up, no flash. Incident does respect it and backs off. Zoe ignites mid from one of the drops that she got because it's balanced. Yeah, nothing really much to say. Hecarim is moving bot side. They don't know if it's still warded or not.
I think he's looking.
They're gonna meet each other in the jungle. Drake is started. This is kind of a random int, really.
I think
doing
this is. I mean, this is quite risky to say the least. But interestingly, like neither team have seen each other so far.
Yeah.
It's shaping up to be quite a weird and exciting fight. Truman's dipped.
Huh.
Yeah. Roehampton played around the vision really well there. I mean, they didn't have vision
Yeah,
of dragon, so they had no idea where Hecarim is, as far as I can
Yeah,
tell.
they walked around. They walked around, blast code over, and just walked in to kill Ash.
So they bypassed all of the river and the Tribrush ward in order to gank bot, and then Kerry was pushed up a little far because he thought he was safe with three members of Imperial being in the bot lane, like near dragon, but wasn't to be.
Yeah, top right now is pretty hard favorite for the set. Maokai's going to do as much as he really can to try and pick up, but we say that as a gank that comes through.
Doesn't quite get into tower range.
Yeah, that's kind of unlucky.
Yeah, I think Truman will be able to clean this one up quite nicely.
Yeah, he should help to push this in. There's no, he's got TP. He needs to bait it out. They do ping the Evelyn on red buff because they know it just spawned, so they've got a vague idea of where Evelyn is.
I mean, it makes sense that Evelyn will be topside right now since she's just cleared her bot side camps.
Yeah, and the red buff. What's up? But they got the TP through, but that means that top scuttle's probably going to go into favor of, Roehampton. Unless Truman wants to contest it without a top laner who's got no TP. But I've seen him done stupider things, really. Bot lane walks up to clear vision in the pixel bush. They're looking to try and collapse onto mid. There are all sums, and looks like they're just going to call it off because he's playing a bit too safe and letting them push in. And Karma spots some rotating back as well now.
Ganking a Fizz is always super tricky, especially if you don't have too much setup and he's not pushed up.
There's a hook that comes through to the Fresh and gets hooked back onto Nautilus. Evelyn is flanking behind, and they don't see this. And there's a nice bubble that hits. Oh.
I think Truman's just a little bit too late to this one.
Yeah, there's not
much all the way from top side, but yeah, it's just too late. Especially now that Eve's level 6, permanently camouflaged. I just don't think they had much idea of where Evelyn was there.
And they're pinging. They pinged Hecarim bot side because they knew he would be on his buff as well. So they knew pretty clearly where Imperial would be playing for this one. Top side seems to be winning now for Maokai. It's kind of weird.
I mean, if you look at the CS numbers,
he bought Sunfire Cape and that. Yeah, but like damage-wise, right? Oh. Incident may have into this.
I'm not sure Incident was thinking that.
Yeah, he placed a sapling on the turret and it drew turret aggro when they blew up.
I mean,
kind of unlucky.
I mean, I wouldn't say he was winning anyway, but if he was winning, he certainly isn't now.
Okay, what the hell is this item? Hextech. Oh, she's going Hextech gun. Is she going Hextech Protobot?
Who, sorry?
Eve.
Yeah, I think Protobot's
or Night Harvester.
I think Protobot. I prefer Protobot over Night Harvester.
Okay, nice hook comes in onto the Nautilus. Jinot comes through. And that's all she wrote, really. Not much Ash can do besides arrowing, trying to keep them alive for as long as possible.
Yeah, I mean, it's actually really impressive how, despite dying twice and having all this jungle pressure, Curry is still up by 18 CS on the Jhin.
Yeah, it's a pretty clean game from him. Playing as safe
as possible. He's done really well to maintain that CS lead. It's really impressive.
Yeah, and bot lane, despite all this pressure, haven't died too much. They died once when it was the shenanigans around, Dragon. And then they died when they got the 4-man gank.
The blast gun.
Yeah.
Oh, Truman's getting a little, bitten off a little more than he can chew there.
They're kind of greedy going for the
a little bit. They knew that bot lane reset after the kill on Nautilus, and everyone was missing, including obviously Eve. I don't think he really tracked where Eve was and just saw the Raptors and decided to go for them. I mean, can't blame him too much to be honest, but he's got to be doing better than that. And yeah, Direction actually gets caught out here from the Thresh roam.
Yeah, he should have fizz Eid a bit later when the sleep actually came through instead of during the cast time.
That would have been ideal.
Kind of unlucky, but yeah, Roehampton seem to have completely taken game into their own hands now.
I think funneling all you know, 4 out of 5 kills onto Evelyn is really, really good. Especially since, you know, as I said pre-game, Imperial often has a problem dealing with Evelyn.
Oh no, they read Truman like a book. Zoe sitting in that bush, waiting. They knew it was.
Like a high school textbook. Just
Yeah,
walk into his
they
jungle
knew.
as 3 people and absolutely decimate him. But hey, at least he's 13 CS ahead. That's what matters.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, I think going back to the point about Rocket Belt versus Night Harvest on Evelyn, I think Rocket Belt's definitely the way to go. Really helps with getting into range after the charm as well, and just kind of one-shotting someone. Oh. Oh, once again, Direction gets caught out by the sleep.
Hey, I'll be honest. Zoe had smite there. That's kind of fucking unlucky.
It doesn't matter. When you
Okay,
completely
Noodle fight
outskill the
top
mid
lane.
laner.
Punching each other. Huh.
Yeah, I think it shouldn't be too hard for Eve to make Hecarim's life absolute hell right now.
Yeah,
she's on the 10 Dark Steel stacks. That would be a really nice upgrade into the Medjai's, which is bound to come out soon. And she does indeed go for the Rocket Belt, as expected. It's just so powerful on Eve, actually thinking about it, just being able to charm someone, stay on the brink of vision, and then once you're ready, just put the belt in and assassinate someone. And get out with ult as well.
Ooh, nice hook coming in. There's a good reply from Karma onto the Jhin.
It's a good pick, but Evelyn's coming in as well.
Yeah, it looks like it's going to be very hard. Top lane is also fighting at the same time. Fights all across the board. Looks like they're not going to connect on the bubble. And looks like Drake, they're probably going to take it as a reward for this. They know bot lane's kind of low. They can't really fight this.
I mean, Fizz is still pushing in the mid lane. I don't think they can beat Dragon without dealing with him first. Speaking of which...
I did not look. I did not look at the Evelyn.
We did not see anything.
Evelyn flashed the lantern. Fizz ulted after the flash happens.
We did not see anything.
We pretend we did not see
anything. Alright, well, they did pretty well to get that gank onto the bot lane. I think Evelyn was a little bit too late in answering to that one, and they paid the price.
Yeah, for real.
I'm curious to see if they try to make a move for Dragon here. I guess it's a bit late because they've just used Herald mid lane, and it's gone. I'm looking at TPs, they're both up. I would say Set's quite a bit stronger right now. If you look at the CS difference, he's already finished Triforce. And Marco's still waiting for his Sunfire Aegis. So I don't think there's too much to be done here, especially against such a strong Eve. I think the dangerous thing about Roehampton is they've got champions that can give them such easy picks. With Zoe Bubble, especially with good vision, fresh hooks, you have Jhin Ws and traps everywhere later on into the game, and of course the Evelyn, who's always invisible. I think if Imperial gets behind, it's going to be a world of hell, world of pain.
Was Ornn open? Ornn was open, right?
I do believe Ornn was open. Yeah. Maybe looking for a return to kill her, but I think Truman didn't save a Z for the Evelyn after her ultimate.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it just does not have enough damage.
Is looking for something. There's no... What the fuck am I watching? Did Fizz just flash E ults for a minion?
I don't think Direction's been having the hottest game so far. Don't like to say that about multiple members of the Imperial squad, but hey.
Well, at least carries up by like 30 CS. That's all that really matters about the mental edge.
I think Carrie's hard modding right now.
I think there's no chance this guy fucking gets to play the video game that is League of Legends. He is once again victim of jungle difference, no matter the season. So I think he just move on, you know.
I mean, you said it, not me, Louis.
You just.
Just wait like 5 minutes. I think Carrie's going to be absolutely raging at how strong this Evelyn's going to be. She gets Medjai's and then upgrades into Rabadons. What Dragon Soul are we looking at? Infernal. Yeah, I think Infernal's gonna be super deadly if that gets into Roehampton's hands. As we mentioned before, you know, there's so much pick potential and there's so much damage able to come out. It really helps with Evelyn's burst as well. I think it's definitely the best dragon that Roehampton can hope for when it comes to the Evelyn anyway.
Or something like that. I don't know, man. I don't really know what I'm doing here. All I know is I'm just waiting for them to build some weird items. But it looks like they've all gone for sensible builds across the board. Except for Jin with Gale Force.
What is Truman doing?
I don't know, he's kind of limit testing. Gale Force on Jin does not sound like a good pick, does it? But it does give you move speed, you're like zooming.
Yeah. I think
Like,
Gale Force on Jin is the standard build right now.
Zooming in the foreign.
So as people can tell.
Okay, top
Move
lane, Maokai. Goodbye. Ooh, mid, there's the fish that comes down.
Oh, Direction's finally making a play, but somehow misses misses the second part of his E. He goes in completely opposite direction. He's giving up a free kill there. Oh, Truman does find Jin.
What the fuck am I watching?
Oh, it's a fantastic arrow from Kerry.
Yeah, carry the carry again.
It's a great find.
That was a fantastic ult, though.
And that's also both summoners on Jin down. I think Truman did well to spot the opportunity. He saw where Jin was ulting from and just immediately went in on him.
Yeah, I don't know. You call that a good play from... Oh, sorry. A good play from Truman, more of what the fuck are you thinking, Jin? Just standing still and opening, you know?
Yeah, I mean, Roehampton doesn't really have any vision on the bot side right now. No idea where anyone is. Imperial giving Roehampton a taste of their own medicine. Truman finally be able to have a kill. For the first time in a while.
I don't know what's... This game could actually flip, man, honestly, no? Actually, no, Evelyn's so far
Oh yeah,
ahead.
I think Roehampton's going to have to pull out an absolute mare to be able to lose this one. Yeah,
Kappa Klaus.
Evelyn's upgraded to the Magi's, 14 stacks already. Only needs 3 kills to get to max stacks. Oh, Karma looks for the hook. Doesn't quite get it.
Huh, so we were right about all the mythics, actually. Nice. That's the 200 ping.
300 ping from China. For those that don't know, Karma way less.
Although Duration is probably also playing on 200 ping, missing that fish off.
I mean, it looks like it.
That is a nasty hook coming in from the fresh onto the Ash there. Nothing Kerry can really do.
Yeah, Karma's playing from China on about 200 ping. He says it feels like 100, but I think his gameplay says otherwise.
True. Don't know what Heckram's looking for. Oh, it's for the red buff?
I think he's looking for the red buff. I don't think he's going to be able to... He's just not able to find Evelyn, you know. She's got her ultimate. She's got Rocket Belt to get away if needed.
Okay, movement from the Maokai. He's dodging everything. That looked really weird, did it not? On your screen, it looked like they stood in his place for a bit. Oh, and... Can they FF? This is looking like some gold game, man. This looks like a failed Smurf Q game.
I mean, I don't know. I don't know about some of Imperial's performance so far.
I don't know about the Maokai pick. I'm not convinced. I think Ornn would have been better. Malphite would have been better.
I think Ornn would have been more sustainable on the top lane.
Camille would have been amazing.
I do think they were looking for a tank in the top lane, and they'll play strong side bot lane, gank bot a bit more.
Maybe they're just sandbagging this game for the memes.
I mean, we're all wanting a game 3. These guys just want to play some more League of Legends.
I don't want a game 3.
That's alright, you don't have to cast the next one.
Sick.
But yeah, Seacom has chosen to delay his mythic for a little bit. It's quite interesting. But then, to be fair, as a support, you know, there's sort of fair.
I mean, he doesn't have
fair
much
amount of
gold, does he?
diversity. That's also true. He's got the least
He's
gold
like
in the game right
he's
now.
like 1.4k down on the fresh. It's kind of, you know, there's a hard desert here for him. He's dry on resources.
I mean, all he is kind of a hook bot. But
That was a nasty hook on the fresh. I think Rohab's a bit too clean.
little bit.
Whew. Sheesh.
I'm not really sure what to say at this point. I mean, Evidence got 4 stacks now as well.
Huh. I really don't think there's a comeback from this. You're 9k down at what, 22 minutes.
I mean, to be fair, I've seen worse. I've seen bigger leads go to result in a loss. But you know, we're with Evelyn on 905 or 25 stacks on Magi's, Zoe 608, and just kind of there's just no answer from Imperial. I don't really see this going.
Nice. They even waited to kill the Baron to give Set the Baron buff. Now that's when you know you're actually playing for the team. A really smart play. So now all 5 members have Baron buff and can just, you know, they're probably gonna set bot lane to break up the turret. He's gonna catch Truman down there, but there's no way that, you know, Hecarim can do anything.
Yeah, I think right now, Imperial just needs to put some vision in their jungle, kind of maintain as much of it as they possibly can at this point, and just look to hold on to as many towers and inhibitors as they can.
Yeah,
Especially
and
during
Zoe
Baron buff.
has Horizon focused finished, by the way.
Ooh,
So she will hit like a truck.
she will indeed hit like a truck. I mean, she hits like a truck anyway, but now she's hitting like a truck plus 10% more. Hold on, have we seen a landed fish so far this game?
Yeah, once.
Oh my
Jesus Christ!
goodness! It's happened once again.
Although
Oh,
Zoe
direction
flashed, I
direction
don't think
is
it was
during the
needed,
sleep, not when the sleep is going ahead. Okay, instant lives for now. I think he'll be happy with that one. He lives to fight another day.
Yeah, I'm just gonna let the game speak
I
for
mean,
itself, man. Yeah, it's
I don't
just
think any.
painful.
I mean, what do you think led to this? I mean, I think the obvious thing to say is jungle diff, right? But
I think mid diff as well. I think top
yeah,
diff.
I'm not gonna lie. I mean, top diff was
Support diff.
quite a hard matchup, but I mean, if we rewind back to the tower dive, let's say,
Yeah.
when Marco pushed up, you know, I'm not really sure about that one. I'm not convinced by the play there.
I think this is a diff in every lane except maybe ADC.
Yeah, I feel a bit sorry for Kerry right now. Not gonna lie. Tried his best.
Yeah, Carry would have rather, you know, be
You know,
chilling, doing year 3 coursework or
Yeah,
something.
coursework,
like
honestly. Yeah, I'm not
Hey,
really sure what to say.
shit.
I mean, people are saying GG. I'm not so sure. I think it's gonna be some hard molding in the post-game chat.
For sure, bro, for sure. I think there are not so many happy bunnies. Let's not look at damage graph. Do not look at damage graph.
I mean, I can't see Imperials anyway.
Yeah.
That's all right. That's all right. We'll get game 3.
You know it's kind of scuffed when Maokai did the most damage.
Yeah, we'll see about game 3. Hopefully, we'll be better than this one. I mean, we had a nice game 1, I hear. So, yeah. Let's hope
Yeah.
that the third game's more like that instead of this one.
You know who we're playing versus yet? St. Mary's or?
No idea.
It is what it is. All right, are we having a break, by the way?
I think so.
Sorry, here.
Hello, hello.
Hello, guys.
I believe we are
Cookie
back.
here.
And with me, I have Cookie. Something out for Louis. Hello. All right.
So we're against KCL again.
Indeed, we're against KCL. So our overall record against them this term is 1-1. So Imperial lost to KCL first team in Newell. But as you can see earlier today, we beat them by a fair margin. So it's going to be quite an exciting game. We'll treat it as the best of 3.
It should be. It should be. I think the boys will pull through this game. So
I mean,
I'm
here's
hopeful.
hoping. Hopefully they're not absolutely raging after last game. Hopefully they've taken a few deep breaths, had a walk around their living rooms, and kind of reset themselves. I mean, yeah. I mean, maybe Kerridge like punched a hole through his wall or something, but
yeah. I think that'll be fine. It's just full mental reset. Full mental reset. So we see first pick Ash again, standard.
Yeah, actually very strong in this patch.
He was already really strong before the preseason changes. So
she was.
Yeah, she was.
Yeah, she
very,
was
very good in 5v5.
Yeah, and the new Ginsu's interactions kind of just made her that much better.
Annie has to be a proxy, right? Or is it Annie support?
It's likely to be a proxy.
We'll probably hear from them if it's a proxy. Leona, okay. So I expect it'll be Nautilus responding with, or maybe Ash Karma as well.
I think Ash Naut is, tried and tested. I think it'd be a fine thing to go with. I'm just gonna check out what this Addy pick is.
Just looking through the bands, so we have Shaco, Samira, Kane. Shaco it has to be a comfort pick, right? Samira is a very good ban. Kane is probably just an annoying champion.
I mean, AD Assassins.
Swain. So we don't know where the Swain goes. I would imagine it's support. But
is this an actual Swain pick?
We don't even know. But I think we can assume it is because
I'll get some information.
Swain. I heard rumors that Swain is very strong.
Yeah, I mean, with the new AP Bruise items, finally Riot's giving them some love.
Oh no, Ari, I don't like this.
Okay, so I'm getting information that Annie is indeed Annie.
Okay.
Swain is Lulu, apparently.
Yeah, that makes sense.
The Lulu Ash, that makes sense, yeah. And then Ari is indeed Ari.
So Fizz is not Fizz then, because if you have Annie, Leona, and Fizz, 2 of them.
I'll check this as well. All right, I'm gonna have to get my whiteboard out to kind of work out what's going on here. Bear with.
So in the second rotation of bans, we should see, I guess, some top lane bans here.
Yeah, top lane jungle, although we don't know what Fizz is. So
I can imagine they could want to ban the Ezreal as well.
So apparently Fizz is Fizz. So what's going on here?
Is it Fizz jungle? Or Fizz top? I can't imagine. Well, Annie top would be used to be I mean, it wasn't even a thing, but people thought about playing Annie top with Cleptomancy in like a season ago, with Annie having a really long attack range. But I think it's not the case anymore. So,
well, I mean, last time I checked, Cleptomancy was removed from the game.
Just mad.
But that doesn't mean we can't still see an Annie top.
Sad GP noises. Cleptomancy removal. So jungler bans here. So I think so. They don't expect Fizz to be jungling. I actually don't know how Fizz works in the jungle. So
not it's just to be honest. Like I can't see the clear speed being too high. Because they only have his W on hit damage to really help here, and only E is area of effect. Yeah, I don't think that's a good choice.
Your favorite champion is on board,
Sejuani.
Sejuani. So Grace would be the obvious answer, but Nidalee also sounds good actually. But might be too much of a AP damage.
Yeah, I think whatever Truman fancies here will work fairly well to Sejuani. It's like bullying Sejuani is pretty easy early game, and then getting some team fights. Well, hopefully you'd expect Truman to get a lead by then with like a farming jungler or maybe an assassin.
Kha'Zix is interesting.
Really strong this patch.
It's interesting
with the new items. So, I think that's
so
fair
blue
pick.
team is purely looking for picks and mid game spike this game with Ashe, with Ari Charm, with all the damage coming out from not Nautilus pick, and like with Kha'Zix damage, Camille, that makes a lot of sense as well.
There's no Nautilus, it's Lulu.
Oh, Lulu.
Right.
Yep, Lulu. Okay.
The thing I don't like about Kha'Zix is, I mean, who's he really going to assassinate on their team? Maybe Annie? It's going to be hard to...
We don't even know where this Annie is going. We're supposed mid and fist top with TP Ignite, maybe.
Like, it's quite hard for Kha'Zix to assassinate anyone, right? Especially in a team fight, but then it's always hard in a team fight. Like, who's he going to jump on, really?
That's true. So is Annie bot then?
Right. Okay.
So Annie bot is actually in the bot lane.
I've been lying. I've been lied to. Annie is Jin.
Well, that makes a lot of sense.
And that kind of justifies the Kha'Zix pick as well.
Yeah, that makes so much sense now. Like I thought things were being limit tested here.
It's like ADC Annie.
Okay, so looking at the draft, I think I would give it to blue side, I would think, purely because they have a very cohesive mid-game comp.
Yeah, I think the Ashe plus Lulu is a good combo for team fights as well.
I would actually prefer like a Nautilus there instead of Lulu, but I think it still works with Lulu buffing one of the Camille or Kha'Zix in the front.
Yeah, exactly. Gonna get me in, lovely. I'm not gonna complain about that one.
Yep, get me in. Usually I say get me out.
Sounds good to me.
Yeah.
But yeah, that justifies the Kha'Zix pick a lot more.
Just waiting for game. What did Red Side draft again? So they had Jin, Leona,
Sejuani,
Fizz, and who was top laner?
I actually cannot remember. Top laner was last pick anyway, right?
I suppose so.
Nobody knows.
You're scared. Good to know.
This is a problem with having like bad short-term memory. Doesn't help me in League either.
I mean, it looks like the Imperial team kind of suffers from that in general. Like, not knowing where people are. What can I say? Okay, we've got the on. It's very comfortable. Oh yeah, it was the Jax. Cool.
Okay, Honest of Jax is not terrible.
I mean, Honest of Jax is fine in terms of laning, right? But when it comes to scaling, I mean, I guess one scaling comes from his items, and Jax's comes from himself.
Yeah, I'm kind of doubtful of how good Honest. So Honest always a really good champion in terms of like having the pick potential, the engage potential. I thought it was a Camille, but On would work fine in this instance as well.
Mm-hmm.
The problem is if Jax gets like ahead with I don't know his item spikes anymore, but when he gets his item spikes, there will be a really big pressure in the side lanes where the team has to deal with.
Yep.
So clearly the red side goes for I wouldn't say a 1-3-1 to be fair, because Fizz kind of want to kill people, but the side lane mismatch is there is a side lane mismatch here in terms of pure laning power.
If you put Fizz on a side lane, then you can do fine there because he's probably able to 1v1 pretty much anyone on their team. On Imperial's team, right? So
this game would, I suppose, will be very, very focused on the early dragon fights.
I think I'll give the team fight advantage to KCL, to be honest.
Do
Would you
you?
agree with that? You know, Leona plus Sajani, and maybe the Fizz coming in there as well. Especially later on in the game, when Kha'Zix tends to.
I think it all depends on execution in terms of like a 5v5 dragon fight. But I think with Ashe, you get a lot of opportunities and Ornal as well to pick in the jungle before the fight actually happens. So it all depends on positioning, rotation, and backtimers.
Yeah, if Imperial plays it well, then they can really easily find picks with the, or just good engagers with the Ashe ult plus Ornn ult. And Ashe and Lulu in team fights is quite disgusting already.
Just speaking about actually with Jhin and Fizz, I mean, yeah, Jhin, Fizz, Leona, Stroni, they all have good pick potentials as well. So it's like a game of who finds who first and who is doing vision better.
Yeah, I'd agree with that. I think Jin's also quite nice here because there's only one tank for Imperial. And Jin's pretty good against the squishies, of which they have 4. Imperial has 4.
I'm quite skeptical of this Ahri pick because I would. Was Syndra banned?
Can't remember.
But I suppose Ahri does, because Fizz comes first, right? And then we see the Ahri. So I suppose it does. I forgot about the pick order.
Wait,
but Ahri into Fizz?
It's Annie Leona. Annie Leona. Well, okay, I say Annie. Jhin Leona. Sejuani. Jax was last, so that means Fizz was 4th.
Yeah, I'm interested in these like dark technology, like Ahri. So there might be some like really fancy item changes that kind of propels her into like a priority pick, because I wouldn't, because she hasn't been meta for a long time. So it's very interesting. Yeah.
I mean, what mythic do you think she's going to build?
What mythics are there? I mean, I played an Ahri ARAM game yesterday, so
you know more than I do then.
That I went for Ludens. Oh no! I went for the other one, Everfrost.
Everfrost. Isn't Everfrost's range quite small? Which kind of doesn't gel with Ahri. Although I guess if you charm someone,
I actually lied. I thought about Everfrost or Ludens, and I decided to go Ludens.
Okay. I mean, to be fair, Everfrost, you can chain that with your charm so that you get the charm first, then you can get the root. That kind of. I mean, maybe I don't think it's worth it though. I think it's better to just opt for the damage that Ludens provides.
Yeah, but before, like, there was a time where Glacial Ahri is quite a menace in solo queue. So I suppose Everfrost would want to achieve the same or like the similar thing.
I think Everfrost is maybe. I mean,
we'll get to see how the game plays out.
The thing about Glacial is that you use that first to set up the charm, right? But with Everfrost, it's quite a bit harder. Like you don't really want to be Everfrosting first because it's got quite short range.
Yeah, most peculiar. I'm actually quite excited for the Ahri. So I mean, as in like seeing Ahri in the game is already quite rare. So like seeing it in an actual stream tournament is quite interesting.
Cool. Let's hop in.
Okay, so I think both sides look to do a 5-point.
Yeah, I think that's fair. There's not too much invade potential on either side, I think.
I would think they would have like come up with a strategy after seeing their opponent's last game, but apparently not the case.
You mean KSL's last game?
Yep.
How did they do? Oh, do you mean the game
Forgot
one?
about it. Yeah, game one. Game
Okay,
one. Yeah.
okay.
Yep. Couldn't get a ward there, but he got there. So, okay. So they will just recall, put a ward down, and go to start bot. So we kind of know both junglers want to start bot here.
Mhm.
So regarding the first scuttle fight in top side later on, well, what I assume people want to do depends on if they skip camps, how fast do they clear, how efficient do they like walk from camp to camp, and well, depends on top lane as well.
In the 1v1, I'd give the matchup to Kha'Zix. I think the isolation damage is really strong. And Sejuani can't really follow up after her initial burst. But then, of course, we have to factor in both top laners and maybe mid laners as well. Speaking of mid, I think Ahri will be quicker to collapse and should have more control. So I think overall, I'd give it to Truman. Truman should be able to make a good attempt for the crab.
Yeah, I would
honestly, if
agree
I
with
was
that.
Sejuani, I'll probably just go to the bot side crab and concede top side. I don't think there's too much point.
We have a pause.
Yeah. I think if I was Sejuani right now, I'd just leave top crab, go bot side. Maybe look to gank bot flat out, honestly.
Yeah, what we want to look for is like what camps do they do now? Because some Sejuanis I see they skip their camps a lot, but looks like it's not this Sejuani here.
I mean, Gromp, like usually Sejuani doesn't do Gromp because she's not a machete jungler last season, right? But now Gromp gives you scuttlebutt. Oh, maybe
That was kind of close. I was actually quite surprised that On doesn't try to push the level 1, because Jax is very oppressive in lane when he gets a minion wave on his side, because he can stack up his passive for... Actually, he doesn't stack up his passive before level 6. I lied. Yeah, no problem.
Ooh. Okay, that's some action in the mid lane. Oh, Direction does ignite Fizz, and does manage to finalize the first kill. That's a really good gank, but both junglers were in the mid lane, but Truma was there slightly ahead. Got the jump onto Dennis's Fizz, and the ignite just takes away.
That was absolutely massive and really intelligent play by Direction as well. He knows the ignite will kill the Fizz, and he started autoing the Sejuani, which is what I would not do in my games.
I mean, to be fair, I think Fizz flashed out of range of Direction anyway. I don't think he could have attacked him if he wanted to. But yeah, there was potential to get the second kill there. But
if I was Ahri, I would just be spam clicking the Fizz. But that was really huge.
That was absolutely huge. Kerry does burn the cleanse, so looking for some follow up onto Leona.
They trade a lot of health for it though.
They did, but they do manage to burn Kerry's cleanse, which to be honest, I don't think he needed to do. But it did get him out of range of the Jin W.
Even he doesn't have cleanse anymore. Leona doesn't have pots anymore. That means he's relying on his like half health bar. It's like he doesn't get any more from that to like try to zone in lane. So we'll have to see how that impacts the laning. So Truman takes a recall here. Sejuani is on his Krugs. So the lane looks quite even everywhere so far.
It's quite even for the junglers as well.
Apart from there's a trade. A trade mid lane.
Yeah, Kerry's as usual been able to find himself a small CS lead. He's looking to expand that a bit later on.
And see, Leona is so
Really,
low.
really nice
So
poke.
low.
I think they're both probably gonna have to back here. There's a fair amount of potential for a dive because Ashe still has flash, and Ludia's got her shields. So I think they're gonna have to give up a lot of minions here. It's just like
There's a 3-man in mid.
Direction's gotta be careful here. But Truman's close, but they do know Truman's there. Did quite well to get out of that one, actually.
So all these posturing kind of amounts to not much in the end.
I mean, it's working in favor of Imperial, right? Because they push out bot side, and that means they can invade and get vision into KCL's bot side jungle.
Yeah, Honor will be able to push out this wave as well and get a, well, forge an item.
Yeah, Carry's fine himself. A nice gold lead for just 6 minutes into the game. Yeah, they burnt. KCL burnt Carry's cleanse, but they just got so Carry got so much return damage from that. Because if you go in as Leona, you're really looking for a kill. If you don't get them low enough, then you have to back out, and that's when you take tons of damage from the enemies, especially when you have a poke heavy lane like Ashe Lulu.
But they're now positioned into doing a dragon now because of the wave they just stacked on bot lane.
And Truman's top side. I mean, he's evading, but honestly, giving an Ocean Dragon's really good for KCL. You have to secure this Ocean Dragon.
Well, we'll have to see what Truman can get out of this after having first dragon taken.
I mean, he's thinking Sajani's topside camps, but I don't think that matters, especially since they're 4-manning bot and Direction staying mid. It's gonna be late to this one. Leona dives in. They do manage to find the W onto Lulu, and they manage to take down both members of Imperial very cleanly. Yeah, I think Truman's really gonna need to look for something in the top lane here to kind of make up for that. But
He probably get this kill.
Ooh, does manage to find the kill. Okay, there's a bit of counterplay, but honestly, that's a huge swing for KCL. I think Direction was quite slow in the rotate.
He might not have been in a position to. But overall, I would say it's still a win for KCL in terms of, because getting
Definitely
killing bot and then taking the wave is it's a huge thing for bot lane.
Yeah, and that's not even talking about the dragon. Truman hasn't been able to find enough advantage in taking the top side of Sejani. There's only 2 CS ahead. That's not even a camp, really.
Looking at vision here, KCL has no odds. I mean, obviously Leona just came from a reset, but that kind of shows the whole lacking vision for both sides, because when Fizz roamed down, he walked through nothing as well. So early vision was kind of lacking, I feel.
I mean, it's tough at this stage in the game. It's only 8 minutes. Yellow trinkets are on quite long cooldowns, and Truman just wasn't there, and he has red trinket anyway. I mean, Imperial does have the nice pink ward in the bot side jungle, but it didn't really give them too much information there.
It's quite peculiar. Although top lane is losing, the trades with Jaxi still holding his CS lead from the gank before, so that's good for top side.
I mean, as well, you kind of just want to scale as fast as possible, kind of try to prevent Jax from doing so as well. Ooh, that's actually quite close. It's very diveable for Jax here. Oh, does he has a tower, but I think it's not going to matter. I think Incident was just a little bit too low.
Yeah, that was not very fortunate over there. Looks like they want to do a rinse and repeat dive in bot lane.
They do see Jax from this pink ward. Imperial should be able to get this with Direction's roam here. It's very nice.
Ooh, it's actually huge for Imperial because they actually got out of a... Okay, I spoke too soon.
It's not looking too huge here for our guys on the Rift. Yeah, I think Kerry's going to fall very shortly as well. And they don't even manage to find Jhin. Very nice cleanse flash out of the CC there. I think, yeah, I mean, Truman's trying his best by taking Herald, but I think honestly he needs to kind of go bot side and kind of fend off these dives and these ganks a bit more.
I really jinxed it there. I thought it would have been good if they managed to just say like just back up on the way. Okay, now
Great bait. It's a great bait by Direction here. Still does die for it, unfortunately, but does a good job in baiting Fizz to initiate on him, and that means that Truman gets a that they're able to pick up a quick kill in the mid lane, but with Fizz's ignite, he's not getting out of that one, unfortunately.
so the Herald gets put down, and it's 1 minute to the Inferno Dragon now. So I think both sides will look to like set up vision now, like walk to the dragon now, set up vision, and then try to like fight there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, both top laners will have TP in time for that.
There is a
Yeah.
ward, a Tribrush ward in blue side Tribrush, so which is kind of dangerous because Jax could have TP'd there if Ash walks a bit up.
Yeah, but honestly, I think when they're setting up for Dragon, bot lane should be Imperial bot lane should just walk past Tri and clear that vision anyway. I don't see how Imperial's bot lane gets the Dragon without going through there, at least like once. Honestly, just go straight through river.
It doesn't seem like blue side is trying to set up whole like contest dragon at this point of the game.
Ooh. Okay, Karma's here with the roam. It's a fantastic arrow from Kerry, and they do manage to find Fizz. Lulu was able to get there just in time to be able to fend off the Fizz's engage onto Ahri. And this means that Imperial has a numbers advantage for Dragon. KCL are going to start it, but I'm not sure how much they can get.
Oh?
Incident actually picked up Solo in the top lane and is teleporting. This is absolutely huge for Imperial.
Does he have ult?
They're
He
actually
doesn't
ulting
ult
in.
though.
Charm Sejuani. They should be able to pick up both Dragon and maybe Sejuani here.
Looks like
I think there's quite a bit of potential for the dive here, although Jax is respawning in 10 seconds, so I don't think they should risk it. Leona does manage to find his Eon to carry. Truman on the back line.
whoa.
Diving in. Managed to keep the kill. They don't quite get the Sejuani, but I think they can be
It
very
doesn't
happy with that.
matter even. Like it's such a huge fight for blue side.
Yeah, they do actually find the kill in the end. Yeah, I'm already sure what KSL was trying to go for there, because they just lost a member to the Ashe ult. They lost their mid laner, and yet they still try to do Dragon. With Ashe's Hawk Shot, there's just no chance that they can kind of sneak that. And they don't really have enough damage to burst it. You know, it's not like Jhin and Sejuani are gonna do Dragon super quickly. So
It does seem like Imperial kind of turned a losing situation in the winning situation where they initially didn't have vision, but Ahri first tried to trade with Ahri, but he didn't account for the Lulu and Ashe clearing the Tribal Fort and walking towards it.
Yeah, it was just a really good roam by Karma, kind of caught Fizz off guard. And also, let's not forget that Incident managed to pick up a solo kill in the top lane, which is actually incredible because it meant that he could teleport straight down without any fear of retaliation.
Definitely. I don't think he did very much that fight though, because he used ult to kill the Jax already. But still, it was very good.
Yeah. I mean, he doesn't really need the ultimate as long as he's there. Just like, you know, beefy body being there just kind of forces them off the Dragon Festival. But
kind of unfortunately, that kind of meant Jax got 3 platings because of respawn timers. So it's still good, but Jax having platings is also like a thing for him to get back into the game. When you get to item flex
constellation. Oh, that's a great dodge by Sejuani here. Imperial might be looking for something here, especially Leona. Has no flash, has been caught on the wrong side of the wall, and will fall. We might be looking for some counterplay from KCL here, but I don't think the Sejuani ultimate was not good enough to lock multiple people up, and Jhin just doesn't have enough damage yet. Instant hit.
Another fight?
Oh, fantastic dodge by Jax. And... Oh! Power shot finished off Jax.
That was actually incredible.
Quite unlucky for Jax, actually. He played it pretty well. Managed to dodge the second part of the Ornn ultimate. And...
honestly, bro, like Jax players, they just auto you. Like, it's not that hard. They just auto you. I think this is the big goal there.
Let's give credit where it's due. He did dodge the Ornn ultimate and was trying to skirt on the edge of tower range, but didn't quite work out for him.
Another fight?
Yeah, as we mentioned earlier, there's just so much pick potential from Imperial. If they manage to get vision, and they manage to isolate one member of KCL, then they just die. The KCL just dies because we've got the Ari charm with the ultimate, and then Kha'Zix's isolation damage is kind of unstoppable.
This kind of encapsulates the core of why this comp is good, where you can Ashero into their jungle and then like get a lead from that, like just by picking people off their jungle.
Yeah, it's so strong.
Especially with the gold lead they had from the previous Dragon fight, they can just basically they can't step into the jungle anymore.
Yeah.
Imagine even with this amount of vision right now on like bot side of red side's team, the jungle is still on theirs, because if Ash Arrow is up, they can't walk forward without like being 5 together, like grouped up.
Yeah, exactly. It's looking pretty good for Imperial so far, finding themselves at a 4k gold lead. Having said that, Jax is going to look for another fight on Incident and will pick it up this time. It's a lot cleaner.
I told you, man. Like they just Q on you and just auto you to death. Like, yeah, I don't see a skill in that, man. Like,
I mean, Ornn doesn't have his ultimate, so whereas Jax doesn't need his ultimate to fight. But yeah, I think Truman's found himself a massive lead, looking to get this Jax as well. I mean, it's looking close here, but yeah, as I say, I was just about to say Lulu's there. It's looking close, but it's really, it's not.
It was just a fade. It was just a fade.
He did have the flash to get the ultimate off, but to be honest, it's quite expected. Like there's
that is a really Captain Jeff sense. I think it doesn't matter though.
Oh, Lulu's back.
Meanwhile, Ari kills everyone. Whoa. Okay, I think is it fair to call game over now?
A little bit. Yeah, I think. I mean, the team comp works in Imperial's favor as well, right? Now that they've found themselves such a big lead, they've got the gold on the correct people.
I think with these two comps, who gets the lead is very massive. Like even a small lead with these two compositions, where if you focus on picking people, because once you get that lead, you can just like pick people off, even with like less like without them inting, you can still pick people off just because you know you're stronger. You can just fight them like straight up.
Yeah, agreed.
Look at Sejani CS, man. Like he's not having fun. Like
it's quite hard for Sejani, like as a full tank. If your team's losing, I mean your jungle's not yours anymore. You can't really contest it. There's not much you can do. It's quite expected when the enemy Kha'Zix is 6-0 and 4.
Oh, so eventually, Ari actually went for the Ludens. Okay, I guess I was correct in my ARAM build.
Yeah, I think I do not think Everfrost is the right way to go here. Direction does have ult here. Should be able to find this Jax. Oh, but it goes in too early.
That is so unfortunate.
I don't know what to say. I mean, I thought we couldn't see much worse after last game's Fizz, but I've been proven wrong. Oh, it's a fantastic arrow by Kerry. It's going to completely decimate Fizz's chances of going in.
I think if we talk about the chances of like red side winning, it could be off this Jackson Fizz, where they can like find solo 1v1 advantages, as we talked in draft, where you find the 1v1 skirmish fights where you actually, if they try to like contest a wave, and you can just like straight up kill them.
Yeah, I think the way back into this game for KCL right now is to, as you say, kind of look towards the side lanes, play around Jax maybe, and kind of stall Imperial from getting these picks. If they set up good vision in their own jungle, then they can hopefully, well, ideally, negate any pick advantage that Imperial has, and then scale better into late game team fights.
The Herald here is actually a really good pickup. Like usually when people say, okay, we don't do Herald after 14 minutes, that's kind of forced in this situation, because they have to use this Herald to get more map pressure, where you break another tower, and then to just so that the laners are not split, so that Jax aren't split pushing, he's just farming his wave, which is getting constantly pushing instead of actually having to push up.
Oh, we're looking at a fight ahead. Fizz goes in, but gets out. The All comes up from Incident, finds 3 members, but Oh, and Kerry finds a massive arrow onto 3 members in the back line, and they should be able to just clean this fight up because they just have too much gold and protection from Lulu. Yeah, I think.
Is that an ace?
Very quickly. Unless. Oh, okay. Not quite.
Okay, so they can't chase him here. Oh, incident though. He's tanky.
Truman
He's
going around
tanky.
the backside. Oh, gets a Q, but it's not enough because they weren't isolated. But yeah, to go back to your point about Herald, like Herald in an even game, it's not that important because maybe it gets 1 charge off and that's about it. But in a game where you want to snowball and end the game, Herald is incredibly strong because it just turns these picks. Like 1 pick can be turned into maybe an inhib, like at least 1 tower. And yeah, here we see it translates into like 1 and almost 2 towers.
Back to the fight though. It was very messy fight, but I don't know. I actually don't know what happened, but like I think it's just gold difference, right? And
so yeah, what happened was Fizz tried to engage, try to pick a blue buff, but it wasn't quite enough damage. He just doesn't have enough damage right now in the game, especially against the gold lead of Imperial. And then all 5 members of Imperial collapsed. Incident got a fantastic Ornn ultimate onto 3 members of the backline. Everyone was fine.
Ari though, Ari might get picked, but he has ult, right?
He should be okay. Yeah, I don't think Sejuani's going to waste an ultimate to look for that one.
That means the mid lane will get pushed by blue side, and they will look for a pick now. Oh, the Ash Arrow didn't
they
hit.
try. It's not quite, but that's okay. Like, it's not a big deal right now. But yeah, it's just the incident Ornn ultimate, the Ornn Horn into the Ash ultimate onto 3 people, kind of spelled the end for KCR in that fight.
I guess we will blue side will just look for this dragon now. The recall time is a bit late, but it should be fine because they are in
I don't
charge.
think red side is gonna. I mean, hopefully they'll have learned from their mistake earlier. I don't think they're gonna try a dragon fight that they can't win.
Yeah, I mean, it's Cloud Dragon here is actually not bad because when you talk about like rotating to pick people off with Ash Arrow, it's actually.
I mean, that's one thing, but also Cloud Dragon's really nice with Kha'Zix's ultimate and also
Ash ultimate.
Ari as well. Well, Cloud Dragon anyway. Cloud Soul.
Ah, I see what you mean.
Yeah.
So they should look for Baron now, because it doesn't seem like the red team did any kind of preparation to defend this Baron.
Yeah, honestly, they know that Jax is wanted to go bot lane. Now he does have TP, but they know that Jax is wanted to go bot lane. I think looking for Baron is a really good shout. And honestly, like with the state of KCL's like team and gold right now, I don't think they can do much to stop it.
The first tier 1 tower of top lane finally goes down. So blue team is just looking to siege here instead of going to Baron, which is peculiar. Maybe they don't want a 50-50 yet, but Truman does have a 4 level lead.
Yeah, I don't think they have too much to be scared of. I think they're just playing it safe right now. They're trading the towers top lane for bot, but I think they could just be putting more pressure on by going for Baron.
That kind of like left. Oh,
it's quite a risky face check by Leona here. Someone might have to go answer to the Jax. Incident doesn't quite have TP yet, so.
So they're going back to the Baron now because now they're confirming Jax isn't coming.
I mean, he has TP though. That's the thing.
It will be too late.
Yeah, like if Sejuani's the one to check, then there's just absolutely no chance of Smite still. And they played it really well here actually with the Ash ultimate.
I do think it's a correct call though for red team to keep on just having Jax pushing and getting towers.
I agree. There's absolutely they can't do anything at Baron, especially if Sejuani dies.
I think Sejuani didn't have to give up his life over there.
Yeah, but yeah, like Ari Charm into Ash ultimate, like landing an Ari Charm kind of guarantees Ash ultimate, and landing an Ari Charm is so easy if you have vision, and it really paid off for them there. Like there's just no chance that KCL can even try to look for steal there.
Or the other way around, where you land an Ash Arrow and Ari can ult and press E.
Yeah, works either way.
I'm more convinced of the Ari pick now. Even the Twitch chat is telling me Ari is garbage.
Nah, I mean, it's kind of results based. analysis, right? Because if Fizz managed to snowball onto Ari, it's going to be completely useless. I mean, a charm is as strong as the follow up that comes after it. If you charm something and nothing happens because you're all too weak, then it's just absolutely useless. And Ari doesn't provide any utility without ult. If she's not ahead, she kind of just escapes. That's it.
Ooh, what is this item? I think it's bugged. The Ash upgrade item? Blood Ward upgrade.
Blood Ward.
Blood Ward. What's the original one?
It's the it's
Fight's going on.
The Phantom Dancer. Okay. Leona dashes in. Sejani's on the side. Has already used his ultimate.
Kali dies.
Yeah, but Kerry managed to find a pick on Jax, and they'll just be able to slow and follow up on Sejani and Jin probably. Fizz is looking for direction, but
Ooh, that was nice.
I think this should probably be game here. I mean, Imperial has Baron and has a wave and their ADC. So, yeah, I think that cleans up the day today.
Yeah, they kind of it was a very desperation attempt into an engage. They did get a Kha'Zix, but if Jax dies and Ash is still alive, then they can't win the fight, because the whole point of having Jax is to jump on Ash so that Ash cannot just like not one shot, but like win through your backline, right?
Yeah.
Or like your whole team.
I mean, honestly, I think KCL would have to try something there. If they're able to find the Kha'Zix, then at least that's something. They're just so behind with the fact that they don't have Baron, and there's so much gold down.
Yeah, but that's good for the boys. I mean, they're through. They're through to semi-finals.
Semi-finals.
Poggers.
Despite the second game performance. Let's just hope they don't face Roehampton too soon.
Maybe Roehampton get to pick into them. Because I suppose is there first place in groups, or I don't know.
Oh yeah, I'm not sure how the tournament works, to be honest. But yeah. I guess the Ari pick worked out.
Do we pull them in for interview?
Let's get Truman. Yeah, sure.
Who do we pull?
I think we should get Kerry as well. Kerry to pitch in.
So we are waiting.
Yeah, honestly, yeah. Honestly, I think.
Hello, Truman.
Hello. What do you have to say about that game?
I mean, there's not much to say. It was kind of just
Is he gonna say it?
Sorry.
Kind of just what?
Yeah, it's quite an easy game, really. Not much to really say about it. Just kind of collapsed on every part of the map. No cap.
What do you think about the Ari pick?
So there was some complications during the draft where we did not know that Annie was actually Jin.
Mm-hmm.
So we picked Ari into Annie, and Illimar is an Ari one trick back in the days. So he was comfortable in that matchup. But yeah,
so it wasn't really planned.
No, but they threw the Fizz wild card, but as you can see, it didn't really work out too well for Hayam Dennis and then Berlin. But yeah.
What did you think about last game?
Sorry?
I think he meant the second game.
We only played 2 games today, right?
Oh yeah.
What are you talking about? The fuck?
True. It was
professional broadcast. Don't even know
classic Truman selective memory.
It was a BO3 between Imperial and KCL. It's just falsity, right?
True. Yeah, we had to throw him off yesterday, so we all played like with our left hand on the mouse and our right hand on the keyboard, just to throw them off for today. So yeah, I don't think they expected the insane diff on every single lane.
So plans going forward in the semifinals. What do you think your team? Are you confident in your team, or do you think there are like places where you can improve?
There's definitely places where we can improve.
What's top 3 on the list?
I won't say where those places are. I won't
jungle
say
needs
where
any
those
work?
places are, but like jungle. Yeah, man, I'm always striving to improve, and reviewing the games and trying to be the better player, you know. But obviously, I think if we're trying to find where those faces are, obviously you can see where they were exploited in the second game in your imagination. You can surely you can find it there somewhere now. You can see for yourself what the where those places were.
I agree with you. Always play to improve, guys. Don't play for LP. Play to
True.
improve.
True.
So,
Good game. 7-1 and 7, not too bad.
so we'll wrap this up now. So thank you for watching, and we'll see you guys.
Bye bye.
See you around.